Hello to all the lovely cloud enthusiasts. How are you all doing? I hope that you all are doing great and at the best of your health. Guys, today's topic is also an interesting one. A topic that we are going to cover today is about the Secrets Manager, one of the services in AWS which is called the Secrets Manager. Now, usually what happens before, what used to happen is we used to store the credentials, the username and password in just plain text or within the scripts, and that was not at all advisable. Why? Because it becomes a security issue. Now AWS has come up with one of the services where you can store the username and password or other credentials using the Secrets Manager, and they're stored as key value pairs, so it's pretty simple. It uses JSON to store it, and the retrieval of it as well is very simple. Now we are going to look at that. How do we create a Secrets Manager, and then how do we retrieve it? But before we go there, a quick introduction about me. Hello everyone, my name is Tejas Mahendrakar. I call myself the Cloud Simplifier because I'm here to simplify the cloud for you. On LinkedIn, if you search Tejas the Cloud Simplifier, you land on my page, and if you want, you can connect with me. I'll really be happy to connect with you all. On YouTube, the Cloud Minds is the name of my channel. If you type the Cloud Minds, you land on my channel, and there are now numerous videos that you can go through and understand about the AWS technology. And if you have any issues, or if you really want to connect with me, I'll really be happy. And the way you can do it is by using my Gmail ID, which is the cloudsimplifier@gmail.com. That is my Gmail ID. Alright guys, that's a quick introduction about me, and without further ado, let's head over to the Secrets Manager and try to create a Secrets Manager, and then we'll see how do we extract that using Lambda. Alright. So just to save the time, I have already opened the Secrets Manager, as well as I've already created a retrieve credential Lambda. Now I have also created a video previously just to showcase on how to create Lambda. You can go through that and understand how do we create Lambda. It's pretty simple process. You just have to create one Lambda function within the space where we can provide the code. We'll provide the code to retrieve the user credentials from the Secrets Manager. Alright, so let's first go ahead and get started. Now if you see, there is an option here which says store a secret, new secret. Now once we click it, it'll give us few options for the secret type. We can create credentials for Amazon RDS, we can create credentials for Redshift, but today we are going to select the other type of secret, wherein we can just create the user credentials with username and password, and we'll see how to retrieve it. It's pretty simple process. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll provide username as the key and value as demo username. Alright, I'll add another row and I'll say password here, and I'll say demo password. Okay, and if you go to plain text, it will show you what the username and password is in a JSON format. Like I said, it's a key value pair. That's the reason why it is in a JSON format. Alright, so what we have done here, we have created credentials of username and password with the value as demo username and demo passwords. We can either go ahead and encrypt it using the Secrets Manager encryption, or if you want, we can create our own encryption using the KMS key. But here I'm just going to use the Secrets Manager encryption. I'll say next and I'll give a name. So I'll say demo credentials. Okay, so these are the demo credentials, and I can give description. So we are creating a demo for the Secrets Manager. Alright, tags, I'll just leave it as optional. I do not need any tags. Resource permissions are also optional. Of course, we'll have to provide the resource permissions later in IAM, because if you want the Lambda to talk to Secrets Manager, we'll have to provide a policy within the IAM. So we'll see that later. Okay, and it is also asking for to create the secrets. I do not want to create the secrets as of now, so I'll just hit next. There is as well an option to configure automatic rotation. Now what is this? This enables the password to be automatically rotated within a specified amount of time. For example, if I just enable it, it will tell how many hours or how many days or how many weeks I want. For example, I can choose like 3 weeks I want the password to be rotated, and to rotate the password I need to provide a Lambda function, which I have not yet created, but we can create a Lambda function, we can provide it here, and that will help us rotate the password. Alright guys, now for this demonstration we're not going to do that. We're just going to look at very simple on how do we create the Secrets Manager and how do we retrieve it using the Lambda. Alright, now here it is giving us a review. We can just review on what is the type, what are the Secrets Manager, what are the configurations that we have done. We have not done much configuration, and the very important part here is to come down here, scroll down to the sample code, look at this Python, because we'll be using Python. I've created the Lambda function using Python. I'll just copy this sample code and then I'll say store. Now what does it do? It stores the credentials. Okay, now let me just give it a quick refresh. If we click here, it will show us that there is the demo credentials that has been created, as well as when I click on the retrieve secret value, it will show the value, otherwise it will not show us the value. Alright, what is in plain text, if you see, username is demo username, password is demo password. Now I have copied the code, you all know it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to store, or I'm going to paste that code here, as well as I'm going to do just 2 to 3 lines of code. I'll say return secret. Alright, and then wherever it says your code goes here, I'll just remove that. I'll say my credentials equal to, and I'll take the name of this particular function. I'll give the name so that we have to call the function. It's just not enough in Python to create a function, we'll also as well have to call it. Alright, and then I'll print, I'll say my credentials are, please excuse me if there are any minor spelling mistakes. I am typing it pretty fast, so maybe there are spelling mistakes, so please excuse me if there are. So I'll type my credentials are, and then I'll copy this, my credentials, and I'll paste it here. Alright, I'll just give it a quick look and then I'll deploy the changes. Once I deploy the changes, I can just go ahead and test it. Because I've configured the test event, it will go ahead and test it. Now it is providing us a functional log wherein it will show what is the username and password. Now of course we don't have the Lambda handler, that is why it is complaining, but it's okay. We can either create the Lambda handler or we can use it this way as well. But it is always recommended to create the Lambda handler, which is the default handler in which the Lambda operates, and then we can call the Secrets Manager. So what are the execution results? The execution results are, it is saying my credentials are demo credentials, which is username is demo username, password is demo password, and you can see that we have retrieved this using the code. So whatever we have executed here, we have retrieved it using the code. Of course it is throwing an error because the Lambda handler should be provided in the Lambda function and it is not there. That is how the Lambda operates, and that is the reason why it is throwing an error. That's completely fine, but it is always recommended to have the Lambda handler within the Lambda function. Alright, nevertheless we are anyway getting the credentials that we are requesting. Alright, that is what I wanted to show you. This is a very quick 5 minutes of content wherein I have shown you how do we create the credentials in Secrets Manager and how do we retrieve it. We can either use Lambda function, we can use some other files, we can either use Python. You've seen here that it uses different languages like C++, C# or Java or Node.js and Python. We can use different runtimes and we can retrieve the password from the Secrets Manager. That is what I wanted to show you guys, and if you have any doubt, please do not hesitate to contact me on my email address. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and sharing this channel with your friends so that even they get to learn many things about the AWS that I'm putting on this channel. Alright guys, this is Tejas signing off, and you all have a great day.